Okay, I don't know exactly how long it's been since I've made an update video, but I think we're on day, I figured it out, I already forgot. Day 21, 22, somewhere in there since we actually purchased the house and got the ability to start moving stuff over. We are still not moved completely. Primarily, the toys have all relocated over here, and an odd amount of other things. Anything that's gotten put in a box got carried over, or that was already like a small mobile item. But there's still a lot of stuff to do, and all of our main furniture and everything's over at the old house. So we're still sleeping over there and doing that type of thing. This weekend we had Thanksgiving. So we actually got some of the trees I use for my craft fairs up, and we had the nieces and nephews over here. We played some Mint to Win It games to keep them occupied while the grandmothers were cooking Thanksgiving dinner, and we celebrated some birthdays. We did a lot of stuff. So this living room is now like nice and wide open. I won't say it this way. We had a Texas snowball fight. They were like soft, squishy foam balls. So the kids actually really love that one. But this is where we're at as far as the main room. From first glance, the front area that's gonna have a lot of toys that really should be like a formal dining room, living room area is still jam-packed with boxes. We need to get like unopened overstock boxes put into our kind of extra room. We're calling it the middle room because there's a room on either side of it and we don't have a clear name for it yet. But we did rearrange. We got bookcases into place. We did clear out a lot on this side. So this is the larger side. This is gonna have Lego in it. So we have almost the same number of bookcases in this space as what we had in our Lego room at the other house. Maybe off by one. It's not a real big difference. This had a lot of my office stuff in it, had some of our son's stuff, that middle room stuff. So a lot of that's cleared out. You can see behind me, we have Lego still and like My Little Pony and some things that are in here. They're going to go into somewhere in this large space that we have, but we have not started unpacking anything in this space. We've put a couple things on shelves just to get them up off the floor, move them out of the way. It's a work in progress. So, but that's where we are in this space. In my office space, I don't know. I probably have unpacked more since last time I saw or shared. I found my Care Bear Love a Lot rug. There it is. That I got out as you enter the space. And then we were working on a couple of different things in here. More stuff got brought over that wasn't in boxes, and it's all been set over there. Some of that's eBay. That's going to go in the other room. But it came from my space where it was all crammed in before. So it's sitting in here waiting for redistribution into the correct areas. My old desk is here. I tried to buy another one like this so I could mirror it and make like a big U with the two desks that matched. And of course, I only bought this less than a year ago, maybe a year ago. No, it was like January. So this year, but I can't find it. So I ended up buying 2 new desks and we're gonna have to build those. This one's gonna move somewhere else in the house, so we keep using it. But like now I have the box on my floor. That's one of them. The other one got shoved in the closet. And it got decorated by my nieces and nephews. I just need to keep them busy for a while. So I asked them if they wanted to color on the box. They were super happy about it. So they colored my desk box. So things are getting unpacked in here. I'm trying to get this together because it's my space. And it's going to drive me crazy if it's a mess and I don't have a place to go work that's semi-organized. So we're working on that. What else? Anything else changing here? I don't think so. It's a mess right now. It was better, I think, last time I did a video update because I've been in here unpacking and putting things away. And since then, people have just been dumping stuff in here to get moved. So I'll be working on that. Okay, so this is the space that we're calling the middle room for right now. We have done more in here, I think, the last time I got a video. Extra bookcases are moving in here. They may end up kind of mismatched for a while because we have different amount of bookcases that fit in rooms at the other house than they do here based on color. You know, we try to keep all whites together, browns, blacks. But because we couldn't get enough bookcases when we were trying to buy them, we had to buy different colors. We couldn't just do all white at the time. So we're looking at that. They're kind of tricky to pick up just because they're out of stock a lot. So move some bookcases in here. Stuff that currently is going to be sold either on eBay or a craft sale, toy convention. Those things are going to be in here, at least for the smaller items. And the things that I'm in the process of taking photos, inventorying, getting into our system, pricing, that type of thing. So that's kind of what's on, and then all my shipping supplies. So when you ship something, you need the bubble wrap, the box, the tape, the scale, all those fun things. So that's going in here. We're currently building my standing sitting desk. It is closer to being finished than the other desks are, but this is where it got left last time we were working on it. I'm hoping to get that flipped over here soon, be able to have a space because we still have active items on eBay and Mercari, and I need to be able to find them, pack them, get them shipped quickly. So work in progress. That's where we are in here. Okay, so now I am in the toy room. That's what I think we're going to be calling this. It's actually the master. I don't know that a whole lot has changed. I think we had the bookcases in here last time. So on that row, we got a lot of bookcases. And then we got the fireplace that's now got a whole bunch of different toys on it. And down in front of it, we moved that one bookcase in there. I think that's new. And then this wall still has 2 bookcases on it. They're moving probably to that middle room. And the plan is that we will be getting those PAX IKEA double deep 24-inch shelves that'll go in there. And then this stuff isn't gonna stay here, but we are planning on having like tabletops in the middle of this room with probably half bookcases below it that will either be like little islands that kind of float in places, or like one really big diorama that can go all the way across, or display depending on how we do it. This room is going to be G.I. Joe, Motu, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, probably Star Wars. I think we're going to move the Star Wars Lego into this space. And have it with the Star Wars toys that we have, the vintage toys and some of the more recent ones that we've picked up with, because they were cute primarily. My son had some of the Black series and he doesn't want those in his room anymore. He's more mature and doesn't want them in his room. Different things that we're going to put together that I think will make a Star Wars section. So rather than having them Tauntauns and vintage in my office, and then some stuff in our son's room, and then some stuff with Lego, we're going to kind of combine all that is the current plan. So not much has changed in here. We need to do some work still over in this corner to level off the shelves, get the drapes and things closed off, but that's where we're at right here. This is one space that personally I think we need to work on soon. It is actually a huge closet that we are planning on storing toys in. So this was the second closet that went with the master suite that is now going to be the toy room. So this closet is kind of off towards the office in the back part of the house. And we personally don't have that much clothes that we need this whole second space for, but we do have toys. So the bins, the totes are going to be stacked in this space. And if we can get them out of this space, or get them into this space, we can get them out of like Aaron's office. This is where his desk is supposed to go. Sorry, I didn't turn on the lights in here yet. But so this stuff that isn't planning, whatever isn't planning on getting unloaded right away and put onto a bookcase, we'll be storing in here. So currently, that's the USS Flag. That's the original outside aircraft carrier box from Hasbro. And looky there, we got the flag box. I'm doing this on reverse. I can't see what I'm filming. Hopefully you see enough of it, you recognize it. So our flag box isn't in like pristine shape. It's yellowed, it's got tape on it, but you can actually see that image really well. So this is one that we've talked about getting, like, I think I may try to build out some styrofoam inserts for it. Maybe cardboard, just something that I'll figure out how to get it so it'll stand, you know, like the box and be upright without having to be leaning against the wall like this. So we will see, but that got moved over from the other house. So that's, you know, a pretty cool piece. So they shipped it in the aircraft carrier box. That's a very old address. I'll have to block that out. So this space needs to change. There also is a huge shoe rack in here. We also don't have this much shoes, and we don't wear our shoes in the house. So I actually have a shoe rack out by the garage that our shoes will be in. This will be perfect, I think. They're like 11 inches deep and over a foot wide. They're more like 18 inches wide. So I'm hoping that we can get like hydrofoils and whales and that aren't out on display into some of these and store them in here. Cause I mean, I'm almost 6 foot in there. So that's at least like 8 feet probably. They're we're gonna need a ladder for this closet was another thing that we discussed. We'll just have to keep one in here so that we don't have to go digging for it, or at least a really nice stepping stool. So we can come back and grab what we need or switch out displays and have them neatly stored. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, I'm in Aaron's office. You can't tell. There is a nice, beautiful wall that looks out to the patio and then the pool and the backyard. You can't see it from here. His desk, well, he doesn't want to sit at this desk, but the built-in here is currently filled with binders. A lot of those are like Transformer full cards, G.I. Joe full cards, maybe baseball cards. I don't know. A lot of these toys will either be unpacked and put on display, because like we had She-Ra out. I think it's going to come back out. Motu is out. Man, we got a lot of full cards though. And it goes like 4 or 5 rows deep here. This is the other side of Aaron's office from where the glass windows are, looking back towards the large pile of toys that are in these totes or loose in their original boxes, that type of thing, that piled up here. So giving it kind of a different angle. Some of the items that we have loose in here, like the G.I. Joe, aircraft, vehicles, even like hand carried over to the new house, and then just placed on the bookcases until things could be moved to a more permanent location. So this stuff needs to be moved so we can get this set up. Aaron wants a desk in the middle of his office space here, but we will have bookcases on the opposite wall also that currently have just things that were brought in and dropped to keep them safe. So we're going to need to do some rearranging. We're going to get the shelves back on these. Looks like they're ready to go. We taped all of the little shelf anchors, brackets, whatever they're called. And then somebody's gone through and taken the tape off of, well, some of them, but not all of them. Like there's the tape so that we just can pull this off. The idea is that'll be quick and easy. We can pull it off and it's right there, ready to go. We don't have to lose them or pair them back up with the shelf, but hopefully the right numbers are there. But the shelves haven't been put in yet. They're in the next room. So let's go see what we have over there. We were able to squeeze one bookcase in here in a little hallway cubby, and we got our board games on it. There's still some missing because it's not full yet. It was full at the other house, so we'll check it out once we get it filled up. Okay, I'm in another room that you can't tell much has changed probably. We did move these 3 bookcases away. There were 3 there, and we have a different piece that if Aaron decides that he wants to keep it, was from his grandparents, it'll go on that wall and we'll display stuff, but it won't be just the regular bookcase like we had throughout the rest of the house. But we still have this huge tower of toys that are hanging out, waiting to go into closets and onto bookcases and get displayed. And they're just piled up the whole way. We do have the 7 bookcases here. Looks like 1 extra. I'm not sure why. There's a speaker here, so maybe they measured and they decided Aaron wanted to keep a speaker here and not have it off. I'm not sure. we need to work on this space. Again, we have the brackets in place, but we don't have the shelves into these. And then we need to really start getting stuff onto the shelves so that we can see across the room again and decide on lots of the finishing touches. This originally was going to be primarily games. Like if I just turn around here, we have Aaron Saves Everything. We got a PS3 box. We got the Wii U box there. We have these systems. We want to get them where we can get them all set up so that they can have a splitter and we can play them as we want when people come over. We got to get things moved around now that they're here into their places that we expect them to kind of stay, and then we'll rearrange more as we go. But these towers of toys need to start moving around so we can actually get the furniture moved over, because we're supposed to be fitting 2 to 3 large couches in this space. And there's no way that we could even just drop them in here and then climb over everything to be able to get to them. We got to get some of this stuff moved. So that is our next big plan here at the house, hopefully. There is all the shelves that go on the brown bookcases. They got moved back here because we were going to have nieces and nephews coming over and everybody's under the age of 7. So having them in the middle of the living room, family living room, was not a good idea. The Christmas tree has come in. They did pull stuff out of the attic at the other house. You can see the bookcases over there along that wall. That's part of the plan of having them there. This stuff will go into closets on the bookshelves, get all organized and not be a massive island of toys in the center of the room. And then we're gonna have a TV over here on this wall. Maybe bookcases like all the way over next to them. I'm kind of hoping we do the TV and maybe like one bookcase, but it's not this heavy. The whole point of the house was not to be so overwhelmed by the toys. So all kinds of stuff here going on in this space need to get cleared out just a little bit so that we can enjoy it. Hey, so today is day 23 or so. Aaron came over the other night and then I was not feeling good yesterday, so I was down for most of the day, but I'm trying to get some stuff done again. He moved a number of boxes. So look in here where it was like almost to the ceiling and you couldn't see the back wall. You can now see across this room. Where did all this stuff go? All he did was move it into closets. Or maybe some onto bookcases. Like some of them, we have really tall bookcases over here, or some of the, it's early. Some of the original boxes went up on top of bookcases and in spaces that they're just safe. So those have been moved around some, but finally starting to see a little bit of progress. Okay, in the family TV room, we are opening up space. We have ability to see the back windows now. They're closed right now, or they have the drapes closed, but this was like the floor to ceiling stacks. We still got bookshelves that we need to put onto them. There's a bookcase there that doesn't belong there. We're getting closer. Okay, Aaron has cleared out room in his office to be able to add in his desk in the center when it arrives and figure out what else to do on all the shelves and space above and whatever else he wants to do. Okay, so this is the closet, which is where a lot of that space opened up, is because things were moved in here. All the way back. You're crazy. Okay, and then in what we're calling the toy room, that's where a lot of the Joes moved. This is where we still need to build and install shelves. Ooh, almost fell down. That's awesome. Random stuff in the middle. More bookcases. The plan is to try to get things moved into storage spaces, or where that close to where they're going to go back on bookcases for toys at least, so that we can actually make room to move the large furniture over and be in one house instead of two here shortly. So we'll see.